Neymar Jr., a name synonymous with breathtaking skill, audacious flair, and boundless potential. Yet, a name also tinged with the lingering question, what if? What if the boy who seemed destined to inherit the mantle of football royalty never quite ascended to his rightful throne? This is the story of Neymar Jr., the prince who never quite became king. A tale of triumphs and tribulations, of dreams realized and dreams deferred. It's a story that takes us from the dusty streets of Sao Paulo to the hallowed turf of Camp Nou and the Parc des Princes. A journey through the exhilarating highs and crushing lows of a career lived perpetually in the spotlight. This is the story of a footballing enigma, a player whose legacy remains tantalizingly unfinished. Mogi das Cruzes, a bustling city in the shadow of Sao Paulo, was where it all began. This vibrant city, with its lively streets and energetic atmosphere, set the stage for a remarkable journey. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr., born on February 5, 1992, was a child touched by destiny. From a young age, it was clear that he was no ordinary boy. Football was in his blood, a birthright passed down from his father, a former professional player. His father, Neymar Sr., had laid the groundwork, instilling in him a love for the beautiful game.
From the moment he could walk, Neymar danced with the ball at his feet. It was as if the ball was an extension of his body, moving effortlessly with him. The streets became his first stadium, the local kids his first teammates. These early games were more than just play. They were the foundation of his future. His talent, even then, was undeniable. Coaches and onlookers alike were captivated by his natural ability and flair.
A natural-born entertainer, I moved with a grace and agility that belied my tender years. Every touch, every move was a testament to my passion and dedication.
Word of the prodigious talent spread, reaching the hallowed halls of Santos FC, a club steeped in Brazilian football history. This was a place where legends were made, and Neymar was about to join their ranks. At the age of 11, Neymar arrived at Santos, a skinny kid with a mop of hair and a dream bigger than his small frame. He was home. Here, he would hone his skills, nurture his talent, and begin the journey to becoming one of the greatest footballers of his generation. His rise at Santos was meteoric, a true testament to his raw talent and determination. He climbed through the youth ranks like a rocket, leaving seasoned veterans in his wake, making it clear that he was destined for greatness. At 17, he debuted for the senior team, the latest jewel in Santos's crown. The world took notice, and a star was born.
Neymar's dazzling footwork, his impudent dribbling, and his eye for the spectacular were impossible to ignore. He played with a flair that captivated fans and confounded defenders. He was the new king of Brazilian football, the heir apparent to Pelé himself, carrying the hopes of a nation on his young shoulders.
Then came Barcelona, a club with a rich history and a hunger for more glory. The Catalan giants, seduced by his talent, secured his signature in 2013. It was a move that sent shockwaves through the footballing world. He joined Lionel Messi, the reigning king of the sport, forming a partnership that promised to redefine footballing history. Together, they were unstoppable. And for a while it did. Their synergy on the field was a sight to behold, a perfect blend of skill, speed, and creativity. The MSN trio Messi, Suarez, and Neymar tore through opponents with breathtaking ease, creating moments of magic that left fans in awe. Trophies followed, La Liga titles, Copa del Rey victories, and the Champions League, the pinnacle of European club football. Their dominance was unquestionable. Neymar was no longer the prince. He had ascended to the throne. He was a king in his own right, conquering Europe alongside the greatest player of all time, leaving an indelible mark on the beautiful game. But a seed of discontent had been sown, a feeling that would grow over time. In the shadow of Messi's greatness, Neymar's own ambitions simmered, yearning for a stage where he could shine as the undisputed star. He craved the spotlight, the recognition as the world's best, a title that seemed just out of reach while playing alongside Messi. Paris Saint-Germain offered an escape, a chance to step out of Messi's shadow and into his own light, to be the main attraction. In 2017, they shattered the world transfer record, paying a staggering €222 million to bring Neymar to the French capital, a move that shook the football world.
He was the undisputed star, the face of a club desperate for European glory, a beacon of hope for PSG's ambitious project. He delivered moments of brilliance, flashes of the genius that had captivated the world, showcasing his extraordinary talent on the grandest stages. Liga 1 titles became routine, domestic cups mere trinkets on his mantelpiece, symbols of his dominance in French football.
Yet, the Champions League, the trophy that truly mattered, remained elusive, a constant reminder of unfinished business. Injuries mounted, disrupting his rhythm, casting doubt on his commitment, and raising questions about his ability to lead PSG to European glory. The Parisian dream began to feel like a gilded cage, a luxurious prison where his ambitions were stifled. The prince who had left Barcelona to become king found himself trapped in a different kind of gilded cage, one where the weight of expectations and the reality of his situation clashed. Throughout his club journey, the yellow jersey of Brazil remained a constant. Neymar carried the hopes of a nation on his shoulders, the heir to a legacy of footballing greatness.
He tasted early success, leading Brazil to victory in the 2013 Confederations Cup, a tournament that showcased his burgeoning talent on the international stage.
But the weight of expectation proved heavy. The 2014 World Cup held on home soil ended in heartbreak, a career-threatening injury robbing him of the chance to lead his nation to glory. Disappointment followed in Russia in 2018 and again in Qatar in 2022. The dream of lifting the World Cup, the ultimate prize for any Brazilian footballer, remained unfulfilled. The pressure, the scrutiny, took its toll. Neymar, the carefree kid who danced with the ball at his feet, found himself burdened by the expectations of millions. He lashed out, his temper often getting the better of him. Critics pointed fingers, questioning his maturity, his commitment to the team. The pressure to be perfect, to live up to the impossible standards set by his predecessors, began to weigh him down. Off the field, controversies followed him like a shadow. His lavish lifestyle, his penchant for extravagant parties, drew criticism from some quarters. Legal issues, accusations of tax evasion, and allegations of personal misconduct further tarnished his image. The boy who had once been the darling of world football became a polarizing figure, adored by many, reviled by others. His legacy, once destined to be one of unbridled brilliance, became intertwined with a narrative of unfulfilled potential and self-inflicted wounds. The story of Neymar Jr. is, in many ways, a cautionary tale. A reminder that even the most prodigious talents are not immune to the pressures and pitfalls of fame and fortune. The boy who played with joy, whose smile lit up the pitch, found himself at the center of a storm of his own making. The weight of expectation, the constant scrutiny, the relentless pursuit of perfection had taken their toll. The price of being Neymar, it seemed, was high indeed. And yet, amidst the disappointments and controversies, the moments of brilliance continued to shine through. The flashes of genius, the audacious skills, the goals that defied logic reminded the world of the extraordinary talent that burned within him. It's impossible not to wonder what could have been if circumstances had been different, if injuries hadn't taken their toll, if the pressure hadn't been so immense, if he had found the right environment to truly flourish.
Would he have ascended to the throne alongside Messi and Ronaldo? Would he have led Brazil back to World Cup glory? The questions, like his legacy, remain unanswered.
Neymar's story is far from over. At the time of writing this, he is still only 32 years old. There is time, perhaps, to rewrite the narrative, to silence the doubters, to finally fulfill his destiny. He remains a captivating enigma, a player of extraordinary talent whose legacy is still being written. Whether he can find the peace, the focus, and the consistency to reach his full potential remains to be seen. One thing is for sure, the world will be watching. Neymar Jr. may not be the uncrowned king some envisioned, but he remains a star, albeit one that shines with a complex and often contradictory light. He is a player who embodies the beauty and the flaws of modern football, a symbol of both its exhilarating highs and its crushing lows. His story, like the man himself, is full of contradictions, of triumphs and tribulations, of moments of genius and moments of madness. It is a story that continues to unfold, a story that is still being written, and in that perhaps lies the most intriguing aspect of all. The prince may not have become king, but his story, like his talent, remains undeniably compelling. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, there's still a chapter or two left to be written.